It's your boy Juice WRLD, you know we coming, man. We doing the Spike Tarantino gang shit.
YouTube, man, we back at it again with another video. It's your boy Ty in the cut, man. And as usual, before the video starts, go down, like, sub, show some support, man. Today we're gonna be talking about the best takeover and perks to use on your sensor build. Now this won't just be for one game mode. I'm gonna be talking about which takeovers I use on the 2s, 3s, 1s, and even wreck. Cause depending on what you pick, I mean, it's still your preference, but I like to change my takeover, especially if you have my mentality. Try these on these different game modes, 2s, 3s, Rex, and if you even go to, I do go to the ones with my center. But yeah, with that, let's get into it right now. Okay, these first two takeovers are for the 2s. Now, I like to use box out wall on the 2s because on the 2s it's just you and your guard. So you're going to have to compete with that center more often than not. So getting these box out over a bigger center, or even if they have an undersized center, you can push them out the way with this. And as you see on the all the way to the right, I have Accelerator. Accelerator is one of the best perks in the game, I think. It's mandatory to use for almost all game modes, but still your preference. And then for the secondary, I use spot up because you know my center. Spot up helps you shoot better off catching shoot situations. Since it's just you and your guard, if the other center helps, you need to be able to shoot the ball, and more often than not, with this takeover, it should help you shoot the ball more efficiently off catching shoots. Okay, this next setup is for the 3s court. Now you want to replace box out wall with see the future. I like to use see the future on the 3s because the 3s court is more spread out, and if the ball goes somewhere, like bounces off the rim and goes somewhere far, you can see where it is. I would say box out is good, but fighting for box out, then the ball just goes somewhere else. When you could have just ran to it instead of getting in a box out position, is good. You still want to keep accelerator and spot up precision. I still have both on, but yeah, with that, those are the setups I like to use on the 3s court. This includes 3v3 pro am too. Okay, now this next setup is for the 1s court. You want to put on stuff blocks and limitless range. Limitless range is good for shooting back on the 1 since it's just you. There's no need for the spot up take. Since it's just you shooting, this would help you shoot better in one-on-one situations. Then stuff blocks is just good to get blocks. Help you with people running on the 1s court. It's good to use. You still want to use accelerator too, so you can get these two quickly. And this is the setup I like to use on the 1s. Now for the wreck setup. This is the first time the perk will be changed. I will be throwing off accelerator and putting on sponge. Now sponge is good for the wreck because when your teammate scores or anybody on your team scores, it builds your takeover. Since wreck is more of a team game, I suggest using this over accelerator. It's just better for the wreck since it's a team game. And for the takeovers, you want to use stuff blocks and box out wall. If you're the main center or you're the power forward or the secondary center, this is good to get blocks and get box outs on other centers to help your team out, and the primary center if you're not already a primary center. So I like to use these two takeovers on my center and wreck, which is, yeah, just two good takeovers. I recommend this. I know you don't have sharp take, but I feel like these two benefit you more as a center in the wreck building. Now this next part is going to be including a little bit of information from my build video. If you haven't gone check that out, go check that out now. That build video is the better version of this center build I have right here. Now I'm bringing this up because that build gets lock take because it's the better version, has more defense. And first, I wouldn't recommend lock take on a center unless the situation absolutely calls for it. The only situation I could think of where you need lock take on a center is in stage where you're playing somebody with screens. You need to help your lockout and step up when your lock gets hit by a screen. But other than that, I wouldn't really recommend lock take on the center unless you're in wreck and you're at the 3 on the center. I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend lock take. But with that explanation being done, this is the end of the video. Go make sure to go like and subscribe and go help out, man. With that, peace.